Well, the flower beds are now up, and I'm going to work out a composition shortly and paint it when the sun's out a bit more, just get the background basics in. As you can see, we've got a lovely composition here today. I'll just go around with the camera trying to find the best ones at the moment. Everything's maybe a bit flat at the moment because we do need some sunshine to do these, really. Back off the whole. Sun's out, we can see it at its full glory. And the garden is looking lovely. It's just what composition to take. There are so many. I've got a little bit of sunlight now this morning. I'm going to try and do a small 24-18 canvas whilst the flowers are still here. They've got the perfect timing, but the weather's just been so awful. So let's have a quick go at a rapid study of these plants over here. I've set myself up in the corner here so I can just look across these flowers, and there's several compositions here clearly, but which one to do? Anyway, this morning I've decided to take on this one here, taking in that blue delphinium on the left just into the poppies. So, move on to the canvas. Let's just mark things out first of all. I'll take a little filbert and just work out how this composition is going to work best we can. So we've got a nice triangular pyramid of a composition there, and then the poppies behind over here, and composition finishing up through here. That gives quite a nice little composition, doesn't it? We've got a bit of red just across down here, a bit of red. Half-inch filbert, and let's get straight into all these various lovely greens and turquoise blues that we've got back here. Just to cover the canvas and build up my ground at the moment. Sunshine is actually out for a while. I've literally got to make hay while the sun shines because it's so changeable at the moment, the weather. And I want to enjoy this garden that I spent so long preparing. down there and get that covered. Usually find a 24-18 canvas is a nice size to do. It's not too big and I can work on it pretty quickly like this. I just want to work out the background underpainting of this first and then gradually work up the true textural colours over the top. Lose any bits of snowy white canvas that are showing through at this stage. Same here, so I know where it is, but it won't stand out starkly when I paint the main colours on. And the same here, let's just work some colour through that. Just as an underpainting so that it doesn't show too badly when I paint the reds on. Right, that just about got my background colours sorted. Trying to find a bit of peace and quiet, eh? Look at these different warm and cool hues of the various greens here. So the bluer greens and the brownier greens and the yellowy greens and all these different beautiful colours that are going on around here to bring out the sunshine while I've got it. I mustn't waste it because it's very, very dodgy, the forecast this next week. Gorgeous deep colours going on back in there now, which I need to get in on. Using Prussian blue now to build up these cool but darks down here below. Just building up my mid-tones at the moment. And the colours that are going on behind the poppies and the roses here, which will bring out the reds and the just start to hint at a few more of the details now. Of orange and red leaves that are coming down, petals here with some magenta. The light suddenly come out and they're absolutely gorgeous. I'm so glad I came out to have a go at painting this because I think it really is turning out nice right now. It's starting to feel these slightly lighter colours now. Coming in through here, the light shining beautifully across these flowers right now. So now is the time to get them in. Just going to paint that magenta across the roses here so I can put colour across them later. A very deep magenta. To be a cool colour behind the oranges that are going to happen in here shortly. And it will lose all this white canvas too, so I can see wood for trees. So keep to single strokes if I can. Keep the brush marks simplified as much as possible. Did film a day ago. Almost impossible to find parking in some places there. But it was a bank holiday, admittedly. some more reds out because the colours look a bit messed up. We've got these lovely reds going on behind here with the poppies as well. But these are all rich, deep magenta. A few daisies down there that are quite nice. We'll just put a little bit of this grey coming in. The petals of a few daisies down there, just to balance it. Need to go back to my greens as well. There's a lovely deep blue, ultramarine blue delphinium here that I want to just establish now. Into that are some purples. So we'll take a bit of magenta in with that as well. Rich shadows in the roses here. I'll put a bit of this blue into the middle of the roses to bring them out, and a bit over here amongst these poppies as well to give them that bounce of the red against the cool against the warm in the background there. Just little flicks of the brush, putting the right colours in the right places and the right shapes approximately, and relevant one to another. It's very important, of course, we match colours one to another to get these colours to work, especially at this stage. Changing so rapidly, it's difficult to get all of the tones as I want them, as quickly as I need them. Trying to make the brush marks as quickly as I can, and as much about, obviously, as much about the objects as is possible. So very similar brush strokes to the leaf shapes that I'm doing, I hope. Deeper reds now, going for cadmium red on the roses here, just to try and brighten up some of these, and these poppies back here as well in a minute. Start to get purer colour. Some pure colour onto there, leave it alone. The sunlight catches these lovely bits of light across here. Cadmium yellow and a little bit of very, very light magenta. A bit of light green, bring out those warms. Light magenta again, just to find some of these pinker bits. Make the warm seem warmer. Just what colours there are in things. You really look, try to be comparative. Just need to go a little bit deeper in the red here, I think. Got a beautiful sunlight on this now, and it's very, very strong. I don't know to actually go down to a normal road. Let's try a little bit of that scanner in there. These lovely cool shades coming down as well into the shadows. I've got to pick these lights into the sky in the background shortly, and it can make a lot of difference. Nice and heavy. I'm going to go for a very light cream at the moment. Warm, very light cream. So the yellow ochre come. Shining behind here. In fact, it's got to come across these lovely light delphiniums too. These lovely golden greens, warm greens that are happening here as well. Just be ready to paint whenever you can, because life is so short, and if you wait for the weather, you may be safe, but you won't get the painting done. So I've had to come out here and take a chance to get this painting done. It seems to be paying off. I'm just beginning to get into control of it, I think, a little bit more. We can come down to the details, pull them out as much as we want. Trying to capture the vibrance between colours. Even if it rains suddenly now, I've got enough done that I think it's working. Let's have a look at some of the lighter blues that are shining across the leaves as well. So many beautiful colours going on, it's hard to catch up with them all. Can't go much further, I don't think. Well, there we are then. Well, that's the first one of my flowers here in acrylics this summer. I might well carry on to another one this afternoon, I don't know, but a few I'd like to do here. But while the sun is shining, which is unusual and wasn't forecast.